This $2 garlic, the one sitting in your kitchen right now, contains a compound your doctor only recently learned has a name. Billions of people have read the Bible. Almost nobody has eaten from it. The most ignored healing food manual in history is sitting on your nightstand. This ancient text documents over 100 specific foods, herbs, and recipes used for thousands of years to heal, strengthen, and nourish entire civilizations. Without supplements, without prescriptions. Modern science is now confirming what biblical peoples knew by necessity. The $160 billion supplement industry profits by isolating single compounds that these 20 ancient whole food recipes already deliver, in combination with higher natural bioavailability according to nutritional research, for under $5 a meal. Here's what I want you to stay for. Number 3 on this list costs $2 at Walmart, but contains the same compound also found in a $400 a month prescription medication. I'll show you the published study on screen at minute 2. And stay for number 20, the one formula that took modern nutritionists 50 years to understand. God designed it before protein supplements existed. Before we dive in, here's the structure. 3 problems, 1 framework. 20 recipes you can make this week. Problem 1. Americans spend an average of $510 a year on supplements. The $160 billion supplement industry works by isolating single compounds. These 20 foods deliver those same compounds in combination, with higher natural bioavailability. Problem 2. The Bible documents over 100 specific foods. Most people read it as theology. Almost nobody reads it as a food document. That changes today. The framework. Every recipe today follows the same structure. The biblical verse, the exact compound name, 1 peer-reviewed source, FDA or journal, and 1 step you can do this week. In about 12 minutes, you'll have 20 recipes. No faith required to benefit from them. No supplements to buy. Just grocery store ingredients and 3,000 years of proof. These foods fed entire civilizations. Here's the science behind why. Number 1. Barley porridge. Deuteronomy 8 verse 8. The compound beta-glucan. The FDA has an approved health claim linking beta-glucan to reduced risk of coronary heart disease, one of the few whole foods with that distinction. Ruth ate roasted barley. Soldiers carried barley bread. Here's how. Boil 1 cup of pearl barley in 3 cups of water for 15 minutes. Add dried figs. That's it. Cost $1.79 at Walmart versus a beta-glucan supplement at $35 a bottle. Number 2. Pomegranate elixir. The compound punic halogens, among the most potent antioxidants ever measured, according to research published in Cardiovascular Research Journal. Here's the cost comparison. A punic halogen extract supplement runs $36 a bottle. A fresh pomegranate at Walmart, $1.50. The whole fruit delivers higher natural bioavailability. How to make it? Press 1 pomegranate, combine the juice with a teaspoon of raw honey. Drink fresh. Number 3. Fava bean stew. 2 Samuel 17, verse 28. The compound L-DOPA, levodopa. The same compound found in medications used for Parkinson's disease, according to research published in the journal Movement Disorders. A can of fava beans at Walmart costs $1.89. How to make it? Simmer fava beans with olive oil, garlic, and lemon. The combination may support dopamine precursor availability, according to published nutritional science. That is your kitchen apothecary. Numbers 4 through 7, 1 compound each. These are quick. Number 4, crushed garlic. Numbers 11, verse 5. Compound, allicin. Key fact: you must crush or chop the garlic and wait 10 minutes before using it. That is when allicin fully activates. Garlic tea takes 3 minutes. Crushed garlic, warm water, 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Under $1 at Walmart. Published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry. Number 5. Raw honey. Proverbs 24, verse 13. Compound, B-defensin 1, an antimicrobial peptide confirmed in a PubMed systematic review. Use raw, unprocessed honey only. 1 teaspoon in warm water. About $3 for a jar that lasts weeks. Number 6. Red onion. Compound, quercetin. Published in the European Journal of Nutrition. Red onion contains significantly more quercetin than white onion. Slice raw into salads or lightly saute. Under $1 per onion. Number 7. Red lentil stew. Numbers 11, verse 5. Compounds, saponins and phytosterols. Studied in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences for cholesterol management support. Simmer 1 cup of red lentils with cumin and olive oil for 20 minutes. Under $2 per pot. Here's the thing about items 8 through 14. The Bible doesn't just describe food in those passages. It describes mechanisms. One of them was used to heal a king. Another inhibits inflammation the same way a common pain reliever does. But it comes in a $6 bottle of olive oil. That's where we're going next. This is where the Bible becomes what I'd call a pharmacy. These aren't just cooking ingredients. Each one has a documented biochemical mechanism. Number 8. Olive oil. Deuteronomy 8, verse 8. Compounds, oleocanthal and hydroxytyrosol. Here's the mechanism. Oleocanthal has been shown to inhibit the same COX enzymes targeted by ibuprofen, according to the documented biochemical mechanism published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research Journal. This describes a biochemical parallel, not a therapeutic equivalence claim. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily. About $6 a bottle. Lasts weeks. Number 9. Fig paste. 2 Kings 20, verse 7. Compound, phycin, a proteolytic enzyme. The biblical account. The prophet Isaiah instructed that a compress of pressed figs be placed on King Hezekiah's wound. Published in Nutrients Journal 2023. How to make it? Blend dried figs into a thick paste. Eat 2 tablespoons daily as digestive support. Number 10. Millet porridge. Ezekiel 4, verse 9. Compound, insoluble fiber. Low glycemic index, documented in comprehensive reviews in food science. Cook like oatmeal. 1 cup millet, 2 cups water, 15 minutes. Under $2. Number 11. Mustard seed. Matthew 17, verse 20. Compound: allyl isothiocyanate, AITC. Studied in the journal Carcinogenesis for antimicrobial and cell protective properties. Add whole mustard seeds to stew or grind fresh. Under $1. Number 12. Dates. 2 Samuel 6, verse 19. Compounds: phenolics and fructans. Published in the Journal of Food Biochemistry, 2022. 2 to 3 medjool dates as a whole food energy source. Phenolics support antioxidant activity. Fructans act as prebiotics for gut bacteria. Under $3 for a pack. Number 13. Pistachios. Genesis 43, verse 11. Compound: phytosterols. Studied for glycemic control in clinical research, indexed on PubMed. A 1-ounce handful daily, about $5 per bag. Number 14. Hyssop tea. Psalm 51, verse 7. Compound: rosmarinic acid. Studied in Planta Medica for potential anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. Steep 1 tablespoon of dried hyssop in hot water for 8 minutes. If hyssop is not available locally, dried rosemary contains related rosmarinic acid compounds. Under $4 for dried herbs. Here's what I want you to notice. Every one of these recipes was documented in scripture before modern biochemistry existed. The mechanisms came later. The foods came first. 6 more items, and number 20 is the one formula that stumped modern nutritionists for 50 years. I'll show you why. The last 6: herbs, spices, and the formula at number 20 that I believe is the most remarkable nutritional design on this entire list. Number 15. Grape juice. 1 Timothy 5, verse 23. Compounds: resveratrol and anthocyanins. PubMed consensus research links these polyphenols to cardiovascular support. Use fresh-pressed juice with no added sugar. 1 cup, under $2 per serving from fresh grapes or 100% juice. Number 16. Spelt sourdough. Ezekiel 4, verse 9. Key mechanism: sourdough fermentation reduces phytic acid in spelt by up to 50%. Documented in comparative PubMed research. Lower phytic acid means better mineral absorption. Look for spelt sourdough at your local bakery, or ferment spelt flour with a basic starter. About $4 a loaf. Number 17. Ezekiel grain bowl. Ezekiel 4, verse 9. The same verse, a different application. 6 grains in 1 bowl: wheat, barley, fava beans, lentils, millet, spelt. Here's what sprouting science confirms. When you combine and sprout these 6, the result provides all 9 essential amino acids, a complete protein. From plants, before the concept of amino acids had a name. Stay with me, because number 20 takes this formula further. Number 18. Cinnamon. Exodus 30, verses 23 through 24. Compound: cinnamaldehyde. Studied in multiple peer-reviewed trials for insulin sensitivity support. Add a half teaspoon to your morning oatmeal or tea. Under $3 for a jar that lasts months. Number 19. Almonds. Genesis 43, verse 11. Compound, alpha tocopherol, vitamin E. The FDA has issued a qualified health claim for nuts, including almonds, and reduced risk of heart disease. A 1-ounce handful daily, about $5 per bag. Number 20. The payoff. Ezekiel 4, verse 9. The exact formula written in Scripture. Wheat, barley, fava beans, lentils, millet, spelt. 6 ingredients in one bowl. Modern nutritional science confirmed that this specific combination, when sprouted, produces a complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids. The anti-nutrients are neutralized by sprouting. The bioavailability increases. This is the formula that modern nutritionists spent 50 years trying to understand. God designed this before protein supplements existed, before amino acids had names. Every ingredient is in one verse. One important note: use sprouted grain bread for this recipe. The Ezekiel brand is available at Whole Foods and many Walmart neighborhood stores. Using unsprouted ground flour removes the amino acid completeness that sprouting creates. That is the one step most people miss. Before I let you go, 3 recipes you can make today. Not this week, today. Number 1. Allicin-activated garlic tea. Crush 1 clove of garlic, let it sit for 10 minutes. That activates the allicin. Stir into warm water with a teaspoon of raw honey. 3 minutes, about $1. That's it. Number 2. Fava bean and olive oil mash. Open a can of fava beans, mash with 2 tablespoons of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Serve with bread. 5 minutes, about $3. Number 3. Beta-glucan morning bowl. Cook pearl barley for 15 minutes, add a few slices of dried figs. The FDA-approved compound is in every bite. About $2. 20 recipes, 20 compounds, 20 peer-reviewed sources. The fava bean contains L-DOPA, the same compound found in Parkinson's disease medications, according to published research. Barley carries an FDA-approved health claim for heart disease. The Ezekiel bowl delivers a complete protein from plants, designed before protein science existed. These things are not new. They were just forgotten. Here's what I want you to comment below. Which recipe are you starting with this week? Garlic tea, fava mash, or barley bowl? When you write it down, you commit to it, and I will personally reply with 1 extra tip for whichever recipe you choose. 3,000 years of proof, no subscription required.